What is it? Okay, this is what I don't get. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see. Bro, I'm not gonna do too long because I was trying to stream both, but I'm gonna tell you. All right, we could go off here. Bro, something is wrong with this stream. I don't got much to say today. Because granted, I am still waiting. I'm not here for the quick scalps no more. I am not trying to quick scalp. As you can see, I took this one, wait for price to come back. Like I said, took this, happened last week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 days. Tried to get in early, went break even. Didn't take out another one after that. Now we're waiting for buys for somewhere down here. We could come around here. I think price will come all the way down here. I think price will even go even farther down. Comes up, comes down, breaks that, and we can enter here and execute all of this. Granted, I'm telling you, like, look how much times you could have bought off the downtrend. It wigs down, you could buy here, comes break even, buys here, comes break even, buys here, go. So you just wait, be patient, be consistent. So what we doing is being patient. We waited 7 days. Now it's back to here. Once it come under here, we will look for buys somewhere in this area. What US 30? Gold. Gold, we're looking for sales. It comes up here, broke out a structure from here. Boom. So what is this? Now this is what we see with gold. It broke structure of this. So boom, we're in the sales. We're into sales. Granted, you have to wait. It's either you're going to be right or it's going to go back up. But if you're right, it's going to pay off. Like I said, we tried to sell, didn't work here. Went break even. Boom. So we wait until price comes back up here where it broke out at. Because when it broke out, look where it went to. Boom, comes here. If it doesn't break here, we wait for price to come capture all of this. Once it come hit this yellow, let it come back down, let it capture all of this. So we're just waiting. Nas is not very sexy right now, so I just wouldn't even trade Nas. Like I said, I don't know how everyone else trade, but I wait for retracement down. Like, granted, it can buy. I don't want to buy. I don't want to sell. I would just buy with the trend. So I'm just waiting for. I'm looking for the best opportunity to enter. So I would just not enter this right now. GJ, as I did, I sold early today because anything below here goes to here. And granted, it comes here, didn't break. Comes here, break even. Comes here, I went break even 3 times. I entered, boom, come here. Enter here, lost this one. Enter here, boom, went break even. Because as soon as it hit my yellow, close out at break even, hits right back up there. Granted, still a good buy. I meant good sell because this is the selling point. You guys could have sold somewhere around right here. You could have sold somewhere around here. Somewhere like right here. Comes here. First TP. And then that. You could have sold something like this today. Another one. So boom. Come down because it's not breaking here. So you want to catch some type of sell action. So like comes here. Could have sold right here. Comes back up to break even. Break even. Sold right here. Sold right here. Comes back down to break even. So right here comes that down to break even, comes right here. So this is another sell point. But it can also be buys though, because it broke out from structure. You see it's in this buying momentum. But overall, it is a sell. Like I said, that's why I would just go break even. Because look, it's overall it's a sell. It's going up, it's going up. Granted, boom, comes up, comes down. It can just keep going up, but you have to decide. You look at the overall trend, and then once it reverse, you go here and you just close out at break even. So I would have entered here, hit here, break even, because therefore it can go back up. But if it don't go back up, boom, this is a nice 7R. Like I said, I hit here today, went back to straight back to break even. This would have been another good buy. You could have entered this probably, let's say, 45 minutes ago at 6:30, 6:30 Eastern. You could have entered this, but we never got the opportunity to. Like I said, entered this today, went break even, and that's fine. Like I said, Nas not ready. It doesn't look appealing. Gold, like I said, I thought it had been ready 2-3 days ago, but I can't tell the market what it wants to do. All I could do is be patient, wait for the best setup to make the best amount of money. I don't want to keep guessing to make inconsistent profits. You want to make the best profits, and you know this work in the long run. So you wait for the best profit, for the best opportunity, for the best RR. That's just a fact. That's just facts. 6:45. We're gonna pin that. That's just facts. I have to pin that at that timestamp. Oh my gosh. I have to pin that timestamp. Granted, before I go live, but or both the I'm gonna go live. I can't wait to go live on a TikTok. I'm gonna have to work on that. But once I go live on TikTok and YouTube, I'm gonna try to find another platform, maybe like Twitch or something. I don't know, Kick. I'm gonna find multiple platforms to trade on. YouTube, I got TikTok. I'm not too sure what else, but like I said, they just couldn't do it today. No, let's see. Hold on. Let me see. What's up? What's up, Glizzy? What's up, my boy? Like I said, we breaking this charts down, seeing how to make this money easy. If you want to know how to make money easy, tap in with me. You know, I go live Monday through Thursday. The TikTok just been made this week. I got to get it verified to go live up there. And yeah, just tap in with me. I usually go live at 7, but the TikTok was having problems. I'm here at 7:30. I won't miss a trade. So basically, we being patient right now. I traded GJ today, but I went break even. That's right here. Really don't trade GJ that much, but so right now I only trade about 3 things. US 30. We waiting for US 30 for buys. We just waiting for it to dip down or trace down. As you see, I took this last week, and I usually, yeah, GJ. Usually wait until I find a precise entry. As you can see, every time it dips, I look for precise entry. So therefore, it's dipping. Once I find it below here, I'll be looking for buys all the way back up to the tippity top. So It does take 7 days. It does take 8 days, but this is how you make the profits. This is how you make the big bucks. I just caught this 10R. It was last week. Didn't even trade last week because I don't find a good setup. But usually I trade US 30, gold. Like I said, the best setups, I just wait. You just wait, to be honest. Um, gold. I'm looking for sales once it comes back above here and doesn't break here. I'll be looking for sales. And Nas 100, but Nas doesn't look pretty at all. So we just gonna wait for Nas. And then usually I tell people like what stocks to invest in, like long term. I always look at other pairs, but there's only 3 pairs I trade: US 30, gold. Oh, I do trade GJ, and yeah, like I said, I do trade it, but I usually go break even a lot. Like most of these ones, I'm going break even, lose this one, break even. But because when I win big, I win big. I rather think logical, to be honest. Most people like scalping, and I just don't like scalping. I just don't. It just doesn't make sense to me. Wait, so you're in like no, I'm in no trades right now. The only trade I took today was this right here. Was this. But I went break even because I entered. Let's zoom in. I don't enter. I don't be in. I can't be in 4 trades. It just doesn't make sense. I entered from here this morning, and in like 15 minutes, in like an hour, it just closed me out because once it hit my yellow bar, I just close out at break even. Because if it goes break even, most likely it's going to go to the stop loss. You have to understand how the market moves, basically. Because anything I got from down here usually comes back to price here, and it didn't do it. Yeah, it's no gain or no loss. So most of the time, I tell people I actually like 60 to 70% of the time I take a trade, it kind of goes break even. Like like this one. This one, I went break even because it hit my yellow bar. If it doesn't break the yellow bar, it's going to go back to break. It's going to eventually hit stop loss. So I put it at break even because that's how the market. This is just points of interest in a market. So boom, it didn't break because if it broke, it would have went to here, but it didn't break. If it broke, it would have went to here. So basically, yeah. Like I said, another sale would have been good an hour ago. Like I said, you would have sold here, boom, sold here, make the stop loss here, TP all the way back down here. But once it hit this yellow line, close out at break even instantly because if it's not breaking the yellow line, it's coming back up. And that's just something you can see on a higher time frame. What's up, my boy? What's up? That's just something you can see on the higher time frame. You see how I hit my yellow? Usually I would try to sell somewhere below here, but it never broke. So I close out at break even instantly. Could have sold, close out at break even instantly. Nas doesn't look pretty. Gold still waiting. US 30. Like I said, I've been waiting for days for a trade. I've been waiting for days. I traded today and I just keep going break even. Was good, my boy. But I ain't gonna talk about. We could always look at some stocks. Like I said, I usually predict everything right. Like I said, I usually like anything. Look, anything above the goal, it usually come here. So how much times I would have bought? I would have bought right here. Would have bought right here. But the one today. Um, Granted, I would have bought this too. I would have bought this. I'm not gonna lie. Would have bought this loss. Would have bought this break even. Would have bought this one. But the growth is break even. Like I said, I go break even a lot, but I usually win way. I win the profits. It's nothing. Oh, I traded GJ today. I just went break even. So here's the only thing I traded today. It went here. Boom. Yeah, basically, I played a long game. I don't. I just traded GJ today. Boom, and it hit here. I basically played a long game because, as you can see, it pays off better to me because look, I caught a 10R. It's so much trades. Like I can lose 10 times, and it's will I ever lose 10 times in a row? Probably not. But look at this. A 10R. Look how much a 10R. Like I said, I go break even a lot. I lose this one. I lose this one. I go break even. I lose this one. I go break even again. I win this one. I lose this one. I go break even. I win this one, 4R. I win this one, 3R. Like I said, even Nas. Nas, I usually just be killing Nas. So the red circles is the high points and the low points. It's my high points. Like, let's go to a clearer chart. So that's where it's the highs and lows. So like, look, it's just the highs and lows. So it's the highs and lows of the market. Like, let's press replay. So this is the high before it broke. Like, look, this is the high of the market. Before it broke here, this was the low. It breaks out. This is the new high. So anything below here, I can still buy. And that's what I did. So came here, boom. So previous, look, this was previous right here. Because it broke out of this low. Boom. It broke out. So we know it's a buy. It comes here. So anything above this gold bar, granted, it will go here. It's going back to the same price was at. And usually it goes higher because it is Nas 100. So I just mark out the highest points in the market at the time. I just mark out the highest points. So boom. This is the new high. This is the low. If it comes below here and it goes up right here, it usually comes right there. Comes back at the same spot. Like, this is the new high. Boom. This is the low. 4 hour. I usually measure all of that on 4 hour. I don't like the lower time frames. Granted, because even on the higher time frames, you can still scalp on the lower time frames. I just don't like those because it doesn't show the overall percentage where the market is going. Like, you see, this is all buys. If I go on a 5-minute where this was buys, someone could probably think something like this is a sell. Oh, I got a triple top, it's selling, but it just went up again. So I mark everything on the thing. Granted, this is still a buy because it's in an uptrend. I don't care how much it come down. If it's not breaking lows, which I mark with the circle, I'm not trading it. I'm still thinking buys. So if you keep going, boom. So right now, I got US 30 undecisive because it did break lows, but I still want to buy. So what I'm doing, I'm not going to sell US 30 because US 30 is it's a growing pair. It doesn't really go down too much. So even if it's saying sell, like when they broke this low, I'm not going to sell it. I'm just not going to sell it. I'm just going to look for buy opportunities once if it keep breaking to the higher structure, I'm going to just look for buy opportunities basically. So granted, you probably can sell somewhere in here, but I just wouldn't sell. It doesn't make sense to me because it overall, look at this. It goes up. So you try to think logically. Don't try to guess. You're trying to make money. Think reasonable. Think realistic. Some days you might not trade because it's not in facts. I'm still in buys. I just don't see the best buy opportunity for me. I just don't see it until it comes down here. Like on a daily, it makes more sense, but we're not going to break that too confusing. Like daily, it makes perfect sense. Like as you can see, because daily, this is the low, this is the high. And if it doesn't break here, it's going to come back up here. But granted, the 4 hour can do something like this: makes here, makes a high, makes here, breaks the high, and then go. Yeah, long term stuff, US 30, gold, everything goes up. Tesla. That's why I tell people it doesn't make sense to really sell unless it's a recession or something. Or it's just really selling. Like, if it's really selling, just sell. Like, I even draw it out on Tesla. Look, Tesla. It goes up, boom, make highs. I keep buying, boom, buy, boom, buy, boom, buy, boom, buy. Just keep buying because it naturally goes up. Uh, Tesla, it goes up. I see another one. Let's go to Nvidia. Look, Nvidia. Like I said, high, low breaks the high. Anything that comes above here usually comes to here. And what it did, it comes there. Boom, hits right there, and it usually go a little bit higher than that. Like it just takes a long time. So most people don't really understand the grasp of it. Like it takes 5 days. Look, I keep winning. It's like I know what I'm doing. Look, anything, look, it broke new highs. Boom, broke new highs. It comes below here. Anything above the gold usually comes back to where price is at. Boom, comes back to gold, doesn't break lows. Boom, boom. Granted, you would have went break even. Then you re-enter right here. Boom, goes back in gold. It's simple. It's so simple. You just have to use it on higher time frame. Granted, this doesn't happen too much on lower time frame because we're looking at the overall trend. But you can't analyze this on a smaller time frame and get in where you fit in. But I rather you just gravitate this information first. Just understand where market is going. Like I could mark off any chart like this. Meta. Look at granted, look, anything above here. Buys. Granted. Enter early, buys. You go break even. Boom. You wouldn't have lost. Because if it doesn't go above here, it's coming back down. It's just so simple. Like trading, people make it hard. It's not hard. I promise you. Look, comes here, goes right back. So my stop loss, all my enter profits is basically kind of like it's kind of where I will enter at. So, like you see right here, this is just entering early because it's showing that it wants to go back up. Like this is showing me anything still above this purple line is still a buy. Granted, anything above the yellow usually come back to here. So usually I will want to enter off the yellow box. But if you see market structure going up above below this yellow, you can enter early. You see how look, it's breaking lows. I meant breaking the highs. Look, breaking highs. It doesn't want to go back down. This was the low. It broke this right here. High doesn't want to go down. Doesn't want to go down. Doesn't want to go down. So look what I do. I enter. It's not breaking. You enter here. Granted, you can re-enter this, but if it doesn't break, I'm putting my break even in because it's not breaking. Like so, granted, I would really enter from the yellow, but where would I enter at? Because it's not showing me no buys right now. It would have just went up. I would have wanted to see some retracement to here and then buy somewhere around here, but it never did that. It just went straight down. So here, I would have just, as soon as it hit my yellow, I'm closing that break even because I entered early. So granted, I would have entered twice, basically, off here. So the yellow is just where I would usually enter at. Like, I could draw it out. I could draw it out way more cleaner. Like, so, like, let's see here. So this was the low. It breaks out from here. Boom. So anything, so what I want to see from the yellow is it come in the yellow, and anything below the yellow, I'm selling to here, basically. So I can enter something either under the yellow, I could enter something from here or over the yellow, but it has to show me selling momentum. Like anything up here has to show me selling momentum. Me, I just want to see the trend go down and I'll enter. So if it show me selling momentum, I'll come here somewhere like this, make the TP like this. Soon as it hit the yellow bar, I'm closing out at break even. If it breaks the yellow bar, comes up, and I see sell, and it just retrace, I'm selling again. It's just simple. It's just simple. Like I just analyze all of this on a 4 hour. And then I probably enter off like 15 minutes. Like, granted, I don't see no, you see how I'm just selling? Look, I'm selling, boom. This is a point where the market, if it doesn't break here, look, It's not break. If it doesn't break here, just go break even. Boom. It hit here. I put an alert. Go break even. Boom. It goes here. It's selling pressure. Boom. I try to sell. Boom. Hits here. I'm like, okay, it's low enough. If it doesn't want to go here, go break even. Go break even. I go break even a lot. Granted, I'm gonna tell the truth. I go break even a lot. Here went break even. Here went break even. Granted, most people don't think it's sexy going break even because people want to think quick money, but I make money. So it really doesn't matter. And then if you win hard. You win super hard. So how long you been sitting? My last trade I won was I won money off this one right here. I took some profits right here. Um This is the last trade I took was last week. I didn't trade all. So this week or last week, I didn't trade. I didn't make no money last week. But the week before that made me about the 2 racks. It made me about 2 racks on this because I waited for so long so it could come back down in this spot. You see, like, look, it broke structure from here. Let's make this the golden box, golden zone. Anything above the golden where I say it goes right back to the same spot and I wait. But granted, it can even go farther. So sometimes it's even better to even hold it. So you could hold it, you could take 50% out, you could do whatever you want to do with it. And then you hold it. I took 50%, let it hold, and I got more profit. Simple. And then we just delete this and move on to the next. So what we looking for now is let the gold come down here, look for some buying pressure down here, and what we would do. Yeah, you could take profits too. You could take profits, you could hold forever because US 30, what? US 30 naturally goes up forever and forever and forever. Like, look, it naturally goes up. It just naturally goes up. So it doesn't make sense. USD. You use US, I use USD. So basically, we just waiting for US 30 to come. It's going to look. Yeah, my man said it. It's going to retrace. I come and enter here, and I'm gonna just hold, take profits at certain areas. Boom. Like say if I enter here, we'll probably close break even here, take profits here, 50% here, hold till I really don't care no more, and just take my profits. Like look at Nas. Some pairs I held for 3 weeks. Held this for about 5 days. Held this one for about 2 weeks. Granted, look how much it's paying me out. Look, and I'm entering even while I'm in this one. Look, I'm entering again, winning. Entering, and like, look how long I could have held this for. Boom, I could have held this to all the way up here. I could have held this to like right here. It's so simple. Like, even like what we looked at. We looked at meta. Look how I'm just telling you what to do. Meta. Boom. You can look at the hood. Anything above here goes here. What it does, it's about to do. It's about to go to the same spot. Apple. It goes here, comes here. Simple. Breaks new highs, comes up. Look, this is this. Anything above this goes right back because it's not breaking lows. I think anyone know how to trade. It's just money involved. I really believe anyone know how to trade. It's just people is in their emotions. People want to make money so damn quick. Some days I just can't do nothing. It's just not the best time to trade. Netflix. I ain't really been trading. I wouldn't really trade Netflix though. Which one you looking at? I don't know which one I was on. I was just talking. He said 700. I don't. What was I on in the video? What's that 700? Oh, Netflix. Oh yeah. I ain't worried about Netflix. Yeah, I ain't worried about Netflix. I was just clicking on stuff. Um, Stuff, it just goes up. It's just so easy. Super easy. MU. Look how I just keep going up. Look. I could all right, let's draw it right now. I would hate to draw it right now. Look. 4 hour. Look. This is how I would do it. Like if I wanted to enter this, high. This is the low. It comes here. Boom. This was the previous high. This was the previous jump. So boom, you see how it keep going up? Boom, boom. Before this was the low before it broke here. So look, this was the high, this was the low. The lowest it went was here before it broke here. So what I do? Golden. This is the golden. This is where I will buy at. Anywhere. So, but I don't want price to go anywhere lower than this. So it's so simple. You're just following trend at a higher time frame. So boom, it comes here. Now we in our yellow zone. So anything, and then price went to here the first time. So we go off first movement. This is the highest it went. So you want to take TP from here. So look. So now we go to a smaller time frame. We put our alerts here. Boom. All right, it alerted me. Ding. So it goes here. Boom. You wait for it to drop. Boom. Now you see where you can enter. Boom. Low-key, maybe would have missed it because I don't see no places good to enter. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So boom. Okay, I know where to enter. So the best place you probably could have entered was here, but it's not. I probably wouldn't have even entered this. It's right here. This is where I would enter. Put the stop loss right here and make the TP right here. But this is the thing you like. You can still hold on forever. You can hold on till. So say you take your first TP right here where the price, then you say, okay, forget about it and let it run. You can say, I think it's going to go to 250. So boom, you put it at 250. You put it at 250. Boom. Look at that. That's a 9R. So this is something I would trade. This is probably the best one I probably take. It comes here, boom, put the stop loss here because you see it's breaking lows, boom, boom, it's going higher. Boom, 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 it's not breaking, comes here, boom, 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 boom. And I'm just holding until it just can't. I'm just holding basically because MU is a pair. Look, MU is a pair that consistently goes up. If it consistently goes up, I want to trade it. Look, you see how it consistently goes up? Boom, 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 boom. Granted, some months it might not go up. So you like this month, you could be out of luck. But once you could ride the trend, it's super easy. Granted, sometimes in a month, like last month won't really my best month, but September was a good month. I made almost 2,000 bands. And Saturday, last month, I really ain't make too much. I really ain't make much of nothing on last month. I would probably made like 200-300. But Saturday, I meant September, I made over 2 bands. So yeah, it's simple though. All you do is follow trend. What's my goal? My goal. Now you know I made them 2 bands off that 750 though. That 750, I made the 2 bands off that. That's crazy. That's almost tripling the profits. My goal is just to make money out the markets the best way I can. At first, I'd be wanting to trade small time frames. I don't want to do that. My goal is just to make money out of the markets and teach people a efficient way to make money out the markets, basically. That you don't have to rush, that everything takes patience. Oh, my goal out the I don't know. I never was really money hungry. I don't know, because once I make 10 bands out the market, I'm gonna want to make 20, 30. The most I can make, to be honest. I wish I want to make $5 million and put $5 million in long term and just hold it. So my goal is just to make millions off the market eventually. Not two, yeah, it ain't no two bands. But I almost tripled my profits. Yeah, maybe about my okay. I could say my goal right now, I want to make 10 bands a month off the market. But once I hit 10 bands, I'm gonna want to make more. So I say 10 bands a month. About 10 bands a month. Oh yeah, yeah. No, because that 2,000 bands I really tripled the profits. I traded with 750, and I just, like I said, that holding took me to a whole nother level. That made me 2,000, like 600. Made about another 200 last month. I could have made I was going past a prop firm. Really didn't see nothing too crazy I could enter, but that's what it is. But my goal right now is to make about 10K a month, 10K a month off the market. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I mean. Two bands. I said 2,000 bands. Nigga made 2 mil. Man, I'm just talking right now, man. You just speed talking, so you just be, yeah. How I start trading. I always, the crazy thing is people don't even notice this about me. I always wanted to trade since I was young. Like since I was like 14. I always wanted to trade the stock market since I was 14. I was always good at math. So when I was like 14, 15, I didn't start trading till I was 20 though. Uh I always wanted to trade the stock market. I thought you had to work on like Wall Street and stuff. But when COVID hit, I'm 25 now, about to turn 26. But when COVID hit, that's when you got time. Everyone was trying to figure stuff out. Yeah, I just didn't know anything about the market. Yeah, you could call me Unc if you need to. I still don't think 25 was, even when I was like 18, I never thought 25 was old. I never thought that was old though. Yeah, I ain't never thought that was old. But yeah. But look, I want to trade since COVID ever taught everybody, because COVID, you had so much time to sit down. A lot of people was selling courses, a lot of people was doing things, and I just gravitated to something I just really liked. So I was like, and let me facts, yeah. I'm trying to put the world, not the world, but just people who want to gravitate to real life information, man. This is stuff I was wishing, like when I was 15, when I was in high school, I was asking for this. I was like, do you have a stock market class? I went to stock market. They was like, no, no, no. I went to college. Do you have a stock market class? No. It's like, dang, I ain't teaching stocks in school. So I'm really just trying to teach the game, because I wish that I learned this at 14, 13, because I was asking for it. I didn't even see nothing like this on YouTube at the time, because I was looking it up at the age of 15. Stock market. I thought you had to work at Wall Street when I was young. But now we in the new era, anyone could trade. So I'm just trying to put y'all on game in the most efficient way to trade, or the most efficient way I know, basically. Facts, bro. I was asking for this. They was like, man, we got this type of class, man. I be wanting to learn about real life class about taxes and stuff. That's why I was skipping in school. The only class I used to go to, I was a nerd. I was just going to like algebra 3 and stuff. I didn't care about nothing else. And electives. I was just skipping my other classes. I'm like, bro, I like learning stuff I really like that's more effective to me. I don't care about history. That we're learning the same thing every year. And I used to just try to get the best on the test scores and stuff. But I wish they did teach us this in school. But look, I should go live. I made the TikTok, but they said I need to wait 48 hours. So I should go live on TikTok multi-stream by Wednesday. I should have made it earlier. I made it Saturday, but I don't know. But look, I'm gonna get off this. I won't gonna stream too long, but you see how I just break down everything. So how I broke down everything. Nah, multi-stream is the way, bro. I could multi-stream on like 3 different platforms. You see how I just broke down everything? Look, how I broke down everything. That's the only thing you got to do. It's not hard. Nah, facts, man. I'm gonna try to, yeah. Yeah, if you ever want to tune in, I go live 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday every day until I could just spread the word. I appreciate you for joining, man. I really do, man. Yeah, but I'm gonna be out of here. Don't break down, it's legit. Shorts dropping, TikTok dropping. Hey, yeah, I appreciate it, my boy, man. 7 o'clock, man. Make sure you don't be late. We might enter a trade tomorrow. Peace.